Real quick, something was just planted within me. I don't know if I'm hearing somebody else. I don't know if this is going to be a confirmation for somebody. Or I don't know if this is an idea that I'm going to speak that's going to ignite a fire into somebody else. But, okay. But I just heard spiritual textbook. Spiritual textbook. Somebody is supposed to be writing a spiritual textbook. Like, this is somebody that has consumed a bunch of knowledge that it can be put in a full textbook. And this textbook is going to consist of not only things that you believe, but just spirituality as a whole. You know, you might be spiritual, but you're not one that necessarily subscribe to or work with the Orisha, you know, the Orisha tribe, but you may be one that works with ancient, Kemetic science and things like that. But in this textbook, you're going to include, information of both for all people. You know, you might not be into, you know, working with the elements like me, and, um, but this textbook will have information in it about working with the elements, because it's something that you study or about, but you may not necessarily subscribe to it. But spirit is like, this book is going to, this book is a textbook. It's has an abundance, a plethora of information. So I just heard spiritual textbook. I'm also picking up, if you're not spiritual, and this is not a spiritual or religious thing, but if you're not that, like, somebody is supposed to be like writing textbooks, like, new with factual information, whether it's history, math, science, a combination of science and spirituality. I don't know, but a textbook, a textbook. Go lay down. A textbook. I just heard bring in the old and the new. Somebody, you know, you may not be religious, but you have some type of like factual truth or whatever, based on religion, because you tapped into religion when you were younger. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But this is for somebody. I don't know who this is for. I had to say it. I sat with it and tried to see if it was for me, but it's not for me. Um, it's not for me, cuz like I'm not like a knowledge thumper. I don't just soak up information that I don't necessarily use or need. Some people just love information. They're just consumers of information and tap into knowledge that they don't even use or wouldn't even use or don't even care to use. They just, like to put the pieces of the puzzle together. A textbook. I don't know if you felt led already and this is confirmation, or I don't know if I'm like just dropping a seed or planting a seed for you, but a spiritual textbook. I think it will be dope, especially a spiritual textbook and just new textbooks like for kids, because kids don't have textbooks no more. They don't have books. They just have like these little computer platforms that's like, how in after each like chapter in a textbook, they have like the quiz at the end. Like that's what these kids is doing. Literally little pop little quizzes, and that's like they homework, and they don't even really get like real full truth. Like their curriculum is all false and mixed up and everything like that. So you might be one to create textbooks for parents, that are homeschool teachers, you know what I mean? And they want to teach their kids like real truth. Write a textbook. Somebody needs to write new textbooks. Create series. If you first start with the math one, come together with some math elites and create a math one. Come together with some scientists and some, you know what I mean, create a science textbook. Create, a history, geography. Like, create a textbook. Somebody needs to be making new textbooks. That's it. I gotta go. It's bedtime for the babies, and yeah, love naturally. Peace.